The DBS is back, and it can be yours for 40 points in summer of Series 29. So this thing has 510 brake horsepower, 420 foot-pounds of torque, and weighs a whopping 3,737 pounds with a 5.94 litre engine. Now we have a lot of Aston Martins in game, but this honestly looks to be probably one of the cooler ones added, because honestly I really do like this style of car. It doesn't beat the DB5 in my opinion for being the nicest looking one, but it's certainly up there. And going to the inside, well, there's not much to say really. It looks pretty much just like the other Aston Martin Vantage that we have in the game. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a listen. Okay, here we are now over in the upgrade shop. First thing we're doing is jumping over to conversion and engine swaps. What do we have? We've got a racing V12, a 7.7 litre V12, we've got a 7 litre V12, and we've also got a 6.5 litre V12. So essentially we just have an ultimate massive bunch of V12s for this thing. And if we want to, we can go ahead and supercharge this thing as well. And you know what? I think we just might. As for what tyres it starts on, it starts out on street, but we're taking it up to a semi-slick, and we're going to go ahead and also make the tyres a little wider in the front, and we're going to go a little wider in the back. Going into aero and appearance for the front bumper, we've got just, well, Forza aero, and for the back we've got, let me guess, Forza wing? Yeah, we've got a Forza wing. Yay, I'm so excited. Come on Forza, it's been 10 years, can we have some decent aero for once? In the meantime, we're now at 3,824 pounds with 578 brake horsepower for 18,000 credits. Well, 18,100, but hey, who's keeping count? In the meantime, going over to the paint shop, we've got nothing for advanced. Again, it seems to be kind of a trend, but we've got a lot of colours for the Aston Martin. We've got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different colours for this thing. I've got to say, it looks really nice and white. And for the first time this year, Forza Horizon Catch-Up has made an appearance. I really want to make that a pin badge. Should I make that a pin badge? Now, a pretty cool thing about this car was it was featured in Forza Horizon 4, I believe, as part of the James Bond car pack, but now, thankfully, they've decided to set that aside from the car pack and have that as an individually unlockable car here in Forza Horizon 5. And to be honest, I'm looking forward to driving this thing. It looks good and promising so far, so let's see if that keeps up when we go in the race. And away we go! We're on one of the newer tracks today, up against a whole host of A-Class GT cars, and there's so many of them, it's really, really loud through the headphones right now, so hopefully you can hear me. Apparently this car was also featured in Forza Horizon 1 and Horizon 2 as part of the IGN car pack, so that's actually pretty cool to know. It's been in the game for that long, but I've not seen it again in Horizon 3, a bit like we had with the McLaren 12C, so I don't know what the trend is of really nice cars not appearing in Horizon 3. Maybe Australia just wasn't happy to having a McLaren or an Aston Martin there. And before anybody complains, I know the rest were there, I'm talking about these two cars specifically. This is a close chase between me and the Bentley. Wow, okay. The Bentley's got quite a lot of speed on us, but we have got the little bit of inside. Oh, we had to brake. I forgot that turn was there. Alright, Aston Martin versus a BMW, and we take the inside? Yes, we do. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to work. So in terms of how this car handles, it actually handles pretty nicely on semi-slicks, but I know I'm going to be able to do a little bit more. I think I probably should have left that supercharger out and maybe gone with just making it NA and working with it from there, but hey, you live, you learn. And to be quite honest, after this video, I think I'm definitely going to make this back into an A-Class build, after whatever it ends up as. Now all we need is that old green Jaguar from James Bond. I wonder if anybody remembers that, but all we need is that, and then we can start making James Bond recreations in Forza Horizon 5. So, Horizon Devs Playground, if you happen to be listening, can you add that other Jaguar as well? That'd be greatly appreciated. In the meantime, across the line we go with a very comfortable first place, and what do we have? A time of 2 minutes 47. Not bad in A-Class. So here we are back over now at the upgrade shop. We've got a few conversions to go with, including a 6.5 litre V12 with 1,140 brake horsepower just from the engine swap alone. So we're going to chuck that in. We're also going to make this thing all-wheel drive, so it's going to be a drag build, and yes, we're going to slap on some twin turbos too, taking this thing up to nearly 1,300 brake horsepower. Never mind, make that 1,560. This is ridiculous. Why could I put so much power in this thing? Okay, I've now put this thing onto some off-road suspension, but I'm still really taken aback by the fact you've got 1,560 brake horsepower. This is actually nuts. So now we're sat here with 3,161 pounds in weight and 1,559 brake horsepower for 146,400 credits. Install! So not only now have I gone and put a stupid amount of power into this thing, now I've got to go and retune 7 gears as well. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, here we are now over at the edge of the festival, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of a wheelie check. Do we get anything? Nope. Try again? No. Okay, over to the drag strip we go. Alright, here we are on launch control, and away we go. Let's go ahead and see what we get out of this thing with a stupid amount of power. Hopefully it's going to be something good. I'm really hoping it is. Let's go ahead and see. We're past 200, and we go through the camera at 211, and off the end of the runway at 238. Yep, I think this thing's going to be a bit more than just a tiny bit ridiculous. Look, I don't know where I was going with that sentence, okay? But I just know this thing's going to be mad. Okay, here we are now over at the upgrade shop. We're jumping back on to semi-slick tyres, and let's see, where's suspension? It's over here somewhere. There it is. We'll go ahead and put that onto some race springs and dampers, and let's go ahead and see truly what top speed we get out of this thing. I'm honestly a little bit scared. And while we're at it, here's this week's Forza Horizon shop. We've got yet another Aston Martin. We've got the DBR1, which is fantastic for this week's weekly challenge. We have got the Doodle Pattern utility trousers. We've got the classic running man emote, the Horizon Super Wheel Spin, the Nissan pickup at number 23 Rally Raid, and the Horizon regular wheel spin as well. But you got to be quick because this is only going to be around until Thursday. Okay, here we are now over at the edge of the motorway. So once again, launch control, and away we go. 1,560 brake horsepower. Let's go ahead and see what top speed we get out of this thing. Personally, I'm really hoping it's a good one, because if not, then, well, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. And out of the speed zone at 270.58, which is pretty good indeed for this thing. This is absolutely ridiculous. But we also have the downhill and speed camera to go, so let's get going. And there it is, speed camera, 273.65, going downhill, 275, 276, do we get 277? Nope, we don't, but that's still pretty impressive out of this thing, to be honest with you. In the meantime, let's see if it can drift as well as it can go quickly. I don't know, that makes no sense, but let's go ahead and check out what this thing does sideways. Again, a lot of power, all-wheel drive, very off track, but out the other side at 42,684 points. And now let's go ahead and see what it can do on run number 2. Going back the other way, we've got to get it sideways and hopefully not clout the bridge. We don't, we actually missed the bridge entirely. That's a first. 39,705 points going off the other side. Not bad at all. But that is it on the video for the Aston Martin DBS, which also has appeared in Motorsport quite a fair few times apparently, or so I'm told by the internet. But I hope you've all enjoyed, and yeah, feel free to go ahead and pick this car up. You can do stupid stuff with this thing with stupid amounts of power, and it is definitely worth having. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Tech out. See ya. James Bond wishes he had this much power.